This is one of the most minimalist bride I've ever come across with in my entire life in the makeup industry. So guys, I'm going to teach you how I achieved this basic flawless look. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm the face behind Joanne Beauty Studio. And if you're a new subscriber, you're welcome. If you're just seeing my video for the first time, thank you for joining my channel. So guys, meet my bride Tosin. She's a very soft-spoken, gentle, easygoing being. And at first, she came to the studio to make a booking, and she was like, "Joan, please, I want a very little or no makeup, like just raw powder on my face." And I was like, "No, we don't do that here. So even if you want a basic look, we're gonna give you that." So after doing two sessions with her, I was able to have a clear understanding of what her skin looked like and the kind of makeup we are going to do on our skin on her for our big day. So on this very day, I slept in the hotel, and as early as 4 a.m. in the morning, I was already awake, and she was also ready to sit for her makeup. So for starting with our makeup, her skin was dry that morning, like it was very dry. I needed to do a lot of moisturizing, so I used the Blossom moisturizer on her skin, and I went ahead to use Embryolisse moisturizer, which also serves as a primer. So to avoid cakiness and heaviness on her skin, I didn't use primer. I used the Maroon Skin Prep to keep my makeup, my foundation intact for a long time. So Maroon Skin Prep in this case served as my primer. And for foundation, I made sure I used the foundation that is very, very close to our skin shade. And I only used one pump of the Huda Beauty foundation in shade Nutmeg. So I'm sorry guys, I wasn't able to show products in this video, but I'll be mentioning the products as we go. After much blending, I went in with the setting spray to set the product into our skin. This will help me to retain the product for a long time and also prevent oils from coming out later on in the day. Okay, then I went in to set the under eye with the MAC mineralized powder in shade dark, and I'm using the triangular powder puff to set the powder, like to set the under eye to avoid it being cakey and heavy, and also to prevent creases under our eyes. So I will just be applying the powder in the areas where I highlighted. Then I went in to use my blush, and I use a very, very little blush, like very, very little, that it is not even almost obvious, because she doesn't really want all this. I'm the one just trying to force her that of course it's your big day, so that it can come out on the picture, like after taking your professional shots your face will still look baked or snatched. Okay, so I went back, I was just going back and forth with powder, but I wasn't doing too much. And at this time, I think I used the MAC Studio Fix powder, so that I can have that smoothness, and that's how do I call it, like to just fill up the under eye a bit, because MAC mineralized powder is just a finish powder and it's very lightweight. Okay, so I just use the Studio Fix as my, as my setting powder, like to just fill it up. So for this particular bride, I didn't use setting powder on her face. I didn't, because setting powder will make the makeup more pronounced and also make it look heavy, so we don't want that. So for our eyebrows, I went in with the crayon instead of the brow gel, so I just work with a natural brows. So what I did was just to define a natural eyebrow and just fill it up a bit. So I didn't really do too much on the brows, because she has a good brow hairs. So I just worked with a natural brows, just fill it up a bit and define it properly. So to highlight her brow, I mixed Nubank Concealer 043 with the same shade of foundation I used for her just to keep the brow bone natural, like to keep the highlights natural and almost the same as her skin shade. And I went ahead to blend. So I used the same concealer, blended towards her eyelid, down to her eyelid as my base. And I am using the Annie's Beauty eyeshadow palette, the browning. The first shade in the Annie's Beauty palette was what I used. So I just gently fill in the brown shade just to give that bronzy, that brown kind of look, you know, just to give that brown look. It does not even look as if she's wearing anything on her eyelid. So I just picked a very little and work with little quantity of product and blended around her eyelid. As you can see, her eyelid is looking so natural. Then for her under eye, I just picked the dark shade in the eyeshadow palette just to smudge the under eye. So I didn't really line her eyes. I didn't apply any gel liner on her eyes. Then the remnant product on the brush is what I just used to swipe through a crease area. Why? Just to give that dimension from the crease and a brow bone, just to create that illusion of, I don't know how to put it, just to create a shadow. Let me use that word, there, just to create that shadow between our eyelid and our crease area. So you can see our eyes are looking very, very natural, and we now move in to further lengthen our eyelashes. And I'm using the Zaron mascara, the lengthening mascara, to lengthen her eyelashes. So she has a very full lashes, and we were thinking if she should wear lashes or not. At this point, she refused lashes, and I was like, hello, you're a bride. After your photo shoot, you can take off the lashes. So I picked the lashes from my lash tray, the Chi eyelashes tray, and I picked the smallest length of lashes. So after everything, I went ahead to spray with my Charlotte Tilbury spray to seal up the makeup, and I'm using the Sopro Seal It spray to seal everything, like to make the makeup intact. Before I went ahead to line her lip, and I'm using a very light brown lip stain, Avo Cosmetics in shade 22, to line her lip, just to give that natural lip color. Then I went in with the same Avo Cosmetics in 05 to just further blend out the brown. And I went in with a Zaron lip stain in shade Tease to brighten up her lip a bit. So guys, after everything, I further define a lip. I just line with a darker lip stain, and I applied very, very little, like it's not even obvious, just to define a lip, because I can't just leave a lip bare like that. So I went ahead to keep blending and applied gloss, and I'm using the Fenty lip gloss, the brown shade, to give that shine on our lips. Okay, so guys, if you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and please like, share, comment on my page, drop beautiful comments, please. So this is me just lengthening the under eyelashes, just to get that full lashes, and look at the beautiful eyes. So guys, this is the final look, and I'm so happy I was able to achieve what Sosin wanted for her big day. The look was so perfect, the skin match checked, the leaves checked, like everything was just check, check, check. So let me know in the comment section if you'll be rocking this look for your big day, and don't forget to subscribe, like, share my video. See you in my next video. Bye.